Good morning, Namaskar to all of you. My name is Colonel Rahul Srivastav, and on behalf of the Ministry of Defense and Team VeerGatha, I welcome you all to this interactive session of Project VeerGatha 4. As part of Project VeerGatha, as you're aware, students interact with the gallantry awardees. And gallantry awards are given to honor the bravery of our armed forces, and they are announced on the Republic Day and the Independence Day, right? So there are wartime awards and there are peacetime awards, right? And on the 25th, 6th of January 1950, the wartime awards they were introduced, and they are Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, and Veer Chakra. Later, the peacetime awards, Ashok Chakra, Kirti Chakra, and Shaurya Chakra were introduced, right? In the wartime awards, Paramveer Chakra is the India's highest military decoration for valor in wartime, and Mahavir Chakra is the second highest military decoration in India, awarded for acts of conspicuous gallantry in the presence of the enemy. Veer Chakra is the third highest military decoration of India for gallantry in the presence of the enemy. Peacetime awards other than the and than in the face of the enemy and awarded to military as well as civilians. These three awards are in order of precedence like this: the Ashok Chakra, the Kirti Chakra, and the Shaurya Chakra, right? Now, to learn more about these awards and the stories of our heroes, please visit the Gallantry Awards portal. This is launched by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2017, and it was relaunched with new features by Defense Minister Sri Rajnath Singh ji in 2022. It contains records of our over 4,000 awardees, which includes 21 Paramveer Chakras, 212 Mahavir Chakras, 1,334 Veer Chakras, and 97 Ashok Chakras, 486 Kirti Chakras, and 2,122 Shaurya Chakras. Today, as part of the VeerGatha 4, we are honored to have two Gallantry Award heroes with us who have made our nation proud. They will share their inspiring stories and they will interact with you. Firstly, I'm honored to introduce you all to our distinguished panelist today, Brigadier Umesh Singh Bawa. He is a Veer Chakra awardee and also a Sena Medal recipient who is a hero of the Kargil War. Brigadier Bawa is a PhD from Lucknow University and has authored a book, Mashko Kargil as I Saw It, in which he recounts his true war experiences. Brigadier Bawa retired from Army service in December 2013. Welcome to the interaction, Brigadier Bawa, sir. May I now request you to tell the students about your experiences in war and motivate the children, sir.
I briefly, I'll briefly touch upon my, war experiences during the Kargil war because, 15 minutes is too less a time to, talk about my experiences. It took me 8 months to write the book worth 320 pages. So to tell everything in 15 minutes will be slightly difficult, but I will only touch upon the crunch points. Look, I was the commanding officer of 17 Jat during the Kargil war. We fought the war in Mashko Valley. Before the war started, I was about 120 kilometers away from this area where I was deployed in counter-infiltration role against the enemy terrorist activities. When orders for me to take my unit came, it was 22nd of May. And 24th of May, I commenced my move with the battalion of approximately 600 men towards Gras Mashko sector. I reached on 26th of May, and 28th of May was my first operation, just after 2 days of arrival at that new location. Initially, we were told there was a height known as 0.4875. We were told that there were about 6 to 8 enemy or the terrorists sitting on top of the hill, and we have to go and kill them. I thought the task was very simple, so I sent my one company up to get these terrorists. When we were climbing up, we came across 8 machine gun fires from the enemy. It was hellacious fire and very intense firing from both sides started. My Subedar Harful Singh gave a good fight. He received first bullet on his head, but he kept on inspiring his men to fight. And then he received another bullet on his chest and the third one on his arm, and he collapsed. Along with him, 5 more soldiers died, and there were about 12 others who were badly wounded due to gunshot wounds. This was my first experience, live experience of live bullets with live enemy during my tenure. It was a complete failure that time because I did not spend enough time finding about the strength and weaknesses of the enemy. I realized my mistake and worked upon it, and then again sent my patrols all over 0.4875 and to find out the exact strength of the enemy in that location. After about a week of stay at different locations, my patrols reported there were about 60 to 70 enemy soldiers or terrorists, whatever you can call them, up at 0.4875. What was initially told to me, 6 to 8, it was actually 70 to 80 people up there. So I told my senior commander that we will require at least 3 battalions to capture this place. And at present, we had only 1 battalion of mine. A battalion will consist of about 600 to 700 men. Then finally, when the plans were made, and finally 3 battalions were used to capture 0.4875. We used our plans, and it was a very difficult terrain. It was a high altitude area. It was difficult to breathe. There were no tracks in that area, and the civilian population had gone back towards the safer areas because of the enemy firing and shelling. We started our attack as per the plan on 4th July, and we were able to capture 2 objectives. We lost few men and killed few enemy soldiers also. Then finally, my final attack went on 7th, 8th July, in which I captured the whole objective that was given to me. So it took me 4 days and 4 nights to capture that area. It was a very tough fight, It is very tough terrain. We could not breathe easily in that area, and the physical efficiency of the soldiers was reduced by almost 50%. I lost one officer, one JCO, and 34 other ranks, and killed 21 enemy soldiers in that location. My unit was awarded on the site Chief of Army Staff Commendation Card, Battle Honor Mashko, and Theatre Honor. We also won about 41 individual awards, in which one was Mahavir Chakra, 4 Veer Chakras, 6 Sena Medal, 20 mentioned in dispatches, and rest were commendation cards. This is, in short, the story of my unit, bravery, and sacrifice. I wish to mention one thing, that before I went for war, I was actually very happy that I'll be able to see war, and I have a lot of stories to tell when I come back. But later, after the war, I realized that war is not about stories. It is very disheartening to see your own soldiers, your own fellow soldiers losing their lives, the young widows losing their husbands, the children losing their fathers, and their breadwinners. So war brings miseries, and it is never a solution to a problem. But then, if somebody threatens our borders, we must always be prepared for the last resort, that is war. If we can settle the disputes amicably through negotiations and diplomacy, that is the best thing. But if nothing of these works, then we have to be prepared for war and sacrifice our lives for our countrymen, so that you all can stay safely in the confine of your homes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for explaining your heroic deeds. I hope you all learned something from the experience of Brigadier Bawa, sir. Now, I would like to introduce you to Flight Lieutenant Rishikesh, who is a serving Air Force officer and has been awarded with Shaurya Chakra for a successful Air Force operation in May 2023. Welcome to the interaction, Flight Lieutenant Rishikesh. May I request you to share your experience with the audience? We have students sitting in the forum from standard 3 to standard 12. You can use Hindi as well as English language for benefit of all.
Good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to be called here and to interact with the future generation of our country. This opportunity itself feels like a walk down my memory lane, because not long ago, I was huddled up in one of those benches, listening to lectures, finishing off assignments, and always eager to have a PT class so that we could go out and play football. As a child, I always wanted to be a pilot. Air Force gives me wings to explore the skies and beyond. On 23rd May 2023, I was planned for a sortie, that is a flight from Delhi to Pathankot, to drop 8 Apache helicopter pilots, wherein Squadron Leader Nikita Malhotra, VM Gallantry, was the captain and I was co-pilot. And the return leg from Pathankot to Delhi was planned with me as captain. Everything went as per routine, and we were overhead Delhi. Coming to Delhi airspace, one should know that Delhi airspace is one of the most congested spaces in all of India. You do not have enough time to even give a article to the operator to inform your whereabouts. In such a condition, we had made an approach for the runway at Delhi International Airport. Upon lowering the undercarriage, which is the technical term used for the wheels of the aircraft, the indications showed no lights. Whenever we lower the wheels, there'll be indication in the cockpit so that the pilot does not have to look out, or he is not able to always look out for the same. So the indication would be three green lights, which did not appear for my case. Immediately, we initiated a go around, keeping in mind the extreme dense traffic at Delhi. My co-pilot immediately informed all relevant agencies, and I had checked over all other indications. It has often happened that the indicator itself becomes faulty. For that, we did a check, and it was found that the indicator was fine. It was a problem of the wheels. We asked for a space away from the traffic so that we can hold in a place away from traffic so that we do not collide with any other civil airlines while maintaining this altitude and height and speed. We carried out all of these which were given in the book which is prescribed for all pilots of that aircraft. Gone through all standard operating procedures and having no joy, and having no successful attempt of lowering the, we decided to go overhead the neighboring airfield, that is Hinden. Over there, as luck would have it, there is um, a particular station wherein there are pilots who are well versed with the Dornier aircraft who came upon RT and piped up to help the two of us. While I maintained the parameters and height, I handed over my all the controls for which the operations required for lowering the wheels to my co-pilot. Co-pilot tried her best to lower the undercarriage, but it was of no avail. And as the time was approaching near sunset, we finally decided to make a landing at Hinden Airfield. A landing without wheels. At 1911, the aircraft landed at Hinden without wheels and with no parking. There was no injury to the to the crew of of the aircraft, and there was scratches only found on the belly of the aircraft. For this same act of bravery, my I was awarded Shaurya Chakra while my co-pilot was awarded VM Gallantry. I'm sure at this age and environment, all of you would have lots of friends. In the armed forces, this takes a notch higher. Here you get to know the difference between a friend and a brother. As the saying goes, blood is thicker than water. The armed forces will make you understand why. Well, the military is not just about brotherhood, it is a lot of things. It is discipline, it is hard work, it is respect, it is fashionable, and it is satisfying. All in all, it is a way of life. The military is a way of life particularly laid out. The job offers you security and great respect in the society. Being a part of the armed forces, I can tell you it is not easy, but it is well worth the efforts. Every day you will learn to push yourself harder and harder. being in the army or air force or navy. One becomes a jack of all trades. This profession offers the opportunity to become a leader, a role model. You will have the responsibility of keeping your men and women safe. And this act of keeping people safe can be done in a number of ways. There used to be a misnomer that the defense of the country is always at the borders. With the advent of technology and communication, the scope of defense has only multiplied. There is a lot of vacancies that you can opt for. You could fly airplanes like me, become a hacker, get into intelligence, maybe drive a mechanized vehicle with more than 18 wheels and feel the raw power of that vehicle while riding it. You could build bridges in places that were considered impossible. You could become a nurse or a doctor, or maybe even become Batman and carry out covert operations. The possibility and scope is infinite. Time and again has always shown that the men in uniform are capable of doing the impossible. When the moment arises, you will feel the urge and you will keep your cool and execute the task flawlessly. Indian armed forces have shown that this bit in counterterrorism, disaster relief, war for integrity of the country. All this had to do with the men who carried out the operations. Disciplined, brave, dedicated men. This kind of operations we undertake is irrespective of the caste, region, religion, color of the men. It is irrespective of the nature of our terrain. We have carried out operations in deserts, coasts, jungle, sea, air, even underwater. The military always delivers for the simple fact that we cannot accept failure. With this, I would like to conclude and thank everyone for having me here.
It was great listening.
My painting focuses on the great son of India, the wing commander Abhinandan Vartaman.
I was greatly inspired by Maithili Madhumita ma'am, who was the first Indian woman to win the Gallantry Award.
वतन के लिए छोड़े जिसने त्योहार, माना इस देश को अपना परिवार, जीवनी है जिसकी मेरे लिए एक मिसाल, वह है सूबेदार संजय कुमार.
The pride even goes higher to see the women contingent during the parade. Assuming that sometime in future I could be a part.
शेर शाह की पदवी ताकत करगिल का तू शेर कहलाया. ये दिल मांगे मोर के साथ हर चोटी पर दुश्मन का ढेर लगाया.
I am proud to be a soldier. I am proud of my country.
In the treasure box of Indian bravehearts, Captain Manoj Pandey is one of those who shine like a diamond.
The real life of a military hero named Subedar Sanjay Kumar. I have seen his life during the war, the struggles and hardships he had to face.
Parambir Chakra Award winner Captain Bikram Batra inspired me to serve my country.
Okay, so we'll have the question session now, and you can keep your audio muted and the video on. The questions will be asked. I hand over to Mr. Himanshu, who will take on the question session now. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. So now we are starting. Good morning, everybody. So now we are starting with the questionnaire round. First, I'd like to call upon Samina Batul from Ladakh.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Samina Batul, and I am a student of class 10th, coming from PM Shri Government Model High School, Langkor, Kargil, UT, Ladakh. So, my question is, sir, you both have your names in the list of gallantry awardees. So, what were the acts you did to achieve this, and also who was or what was your main source of support, motivation, and inspiration throughout this journey? And also, I want to ask you another question regarding Indian Air Force that played a very important role during the Kargil War. So my question is, which combat fighters were used actively by IAF during the Kargil War, and also by IAF during the Kargil War, and also can you please name some combat fleets that were added by Indian Air Force after the Kargil War in order to increase their air potential?
So you'll take on the first question, sir?
Yeah. Okay, I'll take on the first question about, who inspired me to, get this gallantry award. Firstly, let me tell you, when you are doing your job or when you are in the war, you don't, think of gallantry awards at all. At that time, it is just that you have to do your duty and complete your task. Like my task was to capture Pimple Complex in 0.4875. That was all what was in my mind. At any cost, I have to complete my task. After that, if you have completed your task successfully, your award and reward will come automatically. So never work for awards. Just work to do your duty. That's it. And awards and rewards will come your way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
To take on the second question. Aircraft has been used in Kargil War and much has been done to
Yes. During
enhance the potential.
During the Kargil War, mainly Mirage and the MiG-27s were used for in the combat role. We also had the MiG class of helicopters used in the war for disaster relief, basically casualty evacuation. Post the Kargil War brought out a lot of things, and one of the understandings that we came to know is the diversity of what we call as our standard operating procedures. We have achieved the impossible of operating at more than 8,000 feet and making up dives at points at even 10,000 feet. This feat has not been achieved in any other country. After this war, we had inducted the Su-30s in the year 2000. The Su-30s have a multi-role capability and is now almost like the backbone of the combat fleet of Air Force. I hope this answers your question.
Oh, thank you, sir. That was a very good answer. Thank you so much.
So next we'll take the question from Andaman and Nicobar Islands, DJ Sangha.
So, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, sir. My name is DJ Sahana. I'm from Andaman and Nicobar Island. Currently, I'm studying in class 11 at Government Girls Senior Secondary School, Shri Vijayapuram. It is a great privilege to be here in the presence of such a courageous and respectful individual. Thank you, sir, for your service to the nation. I would like to ask you, sir, in today's scenario of international war situation and cyber terrorism threat, how India should approach towards nation security?
In today's scenario of the international war situation and cyber terrorism threat, how should we approach towards nation security? I know both of you can take one, sir.
You see, cyber threat has really become a live threat these days, and we need to take a lot of actions, to protect ourselves from the cyber threat. In future, the war would be, fought in the cyberspace also. It will not be just physical war that we saw in Kargil time, but you have seen war in Ukraine where a lot of drones were used, and even uh, recent, attack on Hezbollah by Israelis, in which their pages were destroyed. So cyber threat, yes, it has become a one of the threats, and we are actually having forces to counter these threats and make our systems more secure and less vulnerable to the enemy. We are working on it, and we have experts who are working on it to protect our systems from cyber threat in future. I hope this answers my question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Like Sir brought out, uh, war these days is not fought on the borders. It is not black and white as it earlier used to be. It is now in shades of gray. There is cyber warfare right now, and in future, we might not know how the module of war might turn out. Whatever be the case, Indian Armed Forces is always a step ahead, looking into the future. And we have different arms which take care of the same, which is why I already mentioned that with the advent of technology and communication, the scope of armed forces has only multiplied.
So now we'll take the third question from Jammu and Kashmir, Hafsa Sadar.
Morning, sir. Esteemed guests and my friends from across the nation, I am Hafsa Sajad of Class 12th from Boys Higher Secondary School, Gulabagh, Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. I'm really honored to be the part of this webinar and really grateful for the opportunity to learn from your experience. Respected dignitaries, can you share a defining moment or experience during your life that significantly impacted your perspective on bravery and duty? Thank you.
Yeah, you see, the Kargil war itself was a defining moment. It really has left an indelible mark on me, and I can never forget this, ever in my life. And it is the most important, event that took place during my service, because I might have won the war. I might have completed my task, and captured or recaptured whatever was done by our adversaries. That is a good plus point for me. But then it has left a big mark on me, because I lost my comrades in this war, one officer, one JSU, and 34 other ranks, which I can never forget. And that too happened during my command. So I am responsible for their death or being killed in action, because I take the responsibility as a commanding officer. But I also know that without these sacrifices, we wouldn't have been able to achieve what we achieved during the Kargil war. So that's why I say war should be the last resort. and peace should prevail in all areas. Thank you.
So now I'll take the second question from Punjab, Arshdeep Kaur.
Good morning, sir. My name is Anshul in Government Senior Studies Part School, Gotewala, Muga, Punjab. Sir, my question is, being a girl, what should I do to prepare myself in the being such a prestigious award?
Like I told you before, you just do your duty sincerely. Don't work for any award. It will come your way, if you deserve it. Just do your duty, to the utmost with sincerity, and whatever work is given to you, do it with full honesty. And the rewards and awards, they are just a part of it, to just motivate you. But don't work for them, work to do your duty. That's it. Thank you.
Next question we'll take from Delhi, Anil Kumar.
Good morning, sir. My name is Anil Kumar. I study in class 12. School name Government Boys Senior Secondary School, विकासपुरी, दिल्ली, डिस्ट्रिक्ट वेस्ट बी, दिल्ली। मेरा प्रश्न यह है कि भूतपूर्व रक्षा कर्मियों और उनके परिवार के लिए ऐसी कौन कौन सी कल्याणकारी योजनाएं भारतीय सरकार द्वारा चलाई जा रही है? थैंक यू।
कल्याणकारी योजनाएं भारत सरकार द्वारा कौन कौन सी चलाई जा रही हैं भूतपूर्व रक्षा कर्मियों के लिए?
भूतपूर्व रक्षा कर्मियों के लिए कल्याणकारी जो सुविधाएं हैं, फर्स्ट इज ECHS, ex servicemen, medical cover that is given to all the ex servicemen. कभी भी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, हम किसी भी सिविल अस्पताल या आर्मी हॉस्पिटल में अपनी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए हम जा सकते हैं। और भूतपूर्व सोल्जर्स के लिए एक CSD फैसिलिटीज़ भी है, जहाँ पे जितने भी घर का सामान है या और भी कोई आइटम आप लेना चाहते हैं, वो आपको काफ़ी सस्ते दामों में दी जाती है। इसके अलावा भूतपूर्व सैनिकों के लिए कुछ क्लब्स और फैसिलिटीज़ भी हैं, जहाँ पे आप जा सकते हैं और कम कीमत पर आप अपना जो भी है मनोरंजन कर सकते हैं।
थैंक यू।
हाँ, एंड कंसेशन इन ट्रेवल में भी आपको कंसेशन मिलता है, कहीं भी आप ट्रेवल करते हैं। लाइक मेरे को अगर वीर चक्र मिला, मैं कहीं भी रेलवेज में, शताब्दी या राजधानी में भी फ्री ट्रेवल कर सकता हूँ, फ्री पास मेरे को मिले हैं।
Next question we'll take from Sikkim, Nashiba Rai.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Nasiba Rai from Sikkim, MC Senior Secondary School, Singtam, Sikkim. Firstly, I want to congratulate you for the winning award. And my question is, can you share the story behind the moment that earned you the gallantry award?
Just shared. Sir.
Yeah, I just told you my story, in brief. Actually, it is a big story. A lot of stories are there. And I told you that I was given a task to, capture Pimple Complex in Mashko Valley, which I did it with my help of my troops. Your troops are the biggest asset with you, If they respect you, they will obey your command and even give their lives, when they know that attacking uphill where the enemy is sitting and the reward is short death. Still, when you tell them to go up, they will still do it because they have confidence in you and they respect you. And above all, they respect the country and love their countrymen who are behind them. That's why they are ready to sacrifice their lives for everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Like Sir said, it is the respect that you receive from your from people beneath, as well as the respect you feel from the society, which makes you work harder towards the objective. We all know there is no option of failure, or the only way out might be death. But then we still go on because we know the responsibilities that we have to do to keep our country safe, to keep the people in it safe, to respect the integrity and the boundaries of what we have in our country.
Thank you, sir.
Next question will take from Goa, Nirja Dalal.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. My name is Nirja Dalal. I'm studying in class 9 in Government High School, Puram Bicholim, from North Goa district. Sir, my question to you is, how did serving our nation inspire you? And did receiving a gallantry award validate your sacrifices and dedication?
Yeah, joining the armed forces inspired me. When I was very young, maybe in 10th class or so, I used to see, get inspired by the green uniform, you know, the salutes and the respect that the green uniform person gets. I was actually, inspired by that. And that's how, I appeared for my National Defense Academy immediately after my 11th standard and joined National Defense Academy thereafter. And that was my inspiration, to join. Just the, green uniform, that was it, what inspired me to join armed forces.
Rishikesh?
For me, it was the thought about flying in air, the opportunity to explore the unexplored, the adventure that awaits in front of us. That was what led me to join the armed forces. I had also, during my time when I was in sixth or seventh, I had watched the movie Rang De Basanti, which again motivated me to join the armed forces. They said that no nation is perfect. You have to make it perfect. And how do you make it perfect? You join civil service, you join the armed forces, you join the police. And one of the paths I chose was joining Air Force. And today I'm very proud that I have joined the Air Force. I've done a lot of missions, saved a lot of people. It is a feeling that I cannot get outside. Being a pilot in Air Force will give you some perks that you cannot enjoy outside.
Thank you so much, sir.
To answer your question, that did the you said that did you you're receiving the award, gallantry award, validate your So I'll tell you, once, like sir already said, you are working for the security of the nation. You're trying to protect the integrity of the nation, and in that, whatever is happening to you, you're not looking for an award. Your award is that whatever task is given to you, that task is accomplished properly. Your mission is accomplished properly. And thereafter, yes, after the process is over, you are getting an award in whichever form. It does certainly give you an impetus. It certainly gives you the motivation from inside. Certainly, yes. Isn't it, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, we are sitting in front of you and talking to you. It is just because we got our award. He got it, Shaurya Chakra, I got a Veer Chakra, and we have been invited here to talk to you people. So it is a good recognition by everybody, by government and everybody, for our award.
Thank you, Nirja. Thank you.
Next question will take from DNH DND, Shreya Banusali.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for providing me an opportunity to interact with such amazing people of this country who are extraordinary in the field of defense services. I am Shreya Ganushali from Prithviraj Chauhan Government School, English Medium, Naroli, from class 8, from UT DNH DD. My first question to you is, sir, what message would you like to give to young students like us about the values of patriotism, discipline, and resilience in our daily life? My
Okay,
second
wait,
question is
wait. We'll answer the question and then you ask your second question, right?
okay.
What message would you like to give to young students about the values of patriotism, discipline, and resilience in our daily lives?
Yeah, I, just want to tell you three things as students which you must do you to become successful in any field that you want. Be morally straight, first of all. Morally you should be straight, physically strong, and mentally awake. I'll repeat again: mentally awake, morally straight, and physically strong. If you have these three things in you, I'm sure you'll become a good citizen wherever, whichever profession you go. I also wish to tell you one more thing is your dedication towards your duty is very important, and always respect time. Never be late for any event or any place. You sometimes, because of traffic and all, you may get delayed, but some people are in a habit of going late everywhere. Never do that, because your time is as important as others' time who are there waiting for you. Would you like to add?
The whatever you have asked right now is a very valid question, and what I feel is that this is the age where you can mold your character. Once you grow, you will continue with that character. Any changes that is required will be made at this age, which is why the entry into NDA itself is after the 12th grade. Which what sir quoted, morally right, physically strong, is actually the is a extract from the NDA prayer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the question rightly brought out, and this is the perfect age to mold yourself. Any the day you get older is the day, one day lost. You start changing yourself today, and you will have a bright future tomorrow.
So therefore, I'll just add one thing. You said the message about the patriotism. Just remember that famous line, Janni Janma Bhumischa Swarga Dapi Gari Yasi. Sense of belongingness, your nation, Tumhari Matribhumi, your motherland. So that itself gives you the so much of energy to protect your country, to be proud of your country, to do something for your country. That if you really want to do something, any field, be it any field, you will do very well if you have love for your country and if you have that kind of sense of belonging to your country, right? You can ask a second question.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. My second question is, during the critical situation, how do you balance fear and courage to keep moving forward?
Yeah, you see, during critical situation, courage, fear, and if somebody says, I'm not scared of, facing bullets or, war or something like that, he's lying. Everybody is scared, of losing his life. But then it is your sense of duty, which helps you to overcome these fears. Sense of duty towards your men whom you are leading, towards your country, towards your, in army they call it Naam, Namak, Nishan. Naam is the, three things, these three things, where, you like to, give away, even sacrifice your life for these three things. And there is very thin line between being courageous and being foolhardy. Only a foolhardy guy can be courageous, But foolhardy means taking risks when it is going to be harmful to you. But a courageous guy will take calculated risks, where he knows that he will succeed. So courage and being foolhardy are just, part of the same coin, and very thin line dividing them. So you should be courageous when you do your task and not be foolhardy. Would you like to add something?
Uh, from my personal experience, I've understood that when the moment comes, you will be calm, whatever the situation be. You will feel a calmness, and there will be times where the adrenaline just rushes in, and you just want to fight or make a way out of the situation. It is an inborn trait, and it is being developed throughout your life. The more experiences you face, the more it will build up.
Thank you.
Okay,
Next,
thank you so much, sir.
next question will take from Chandigarh, Shivansh.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
So first of all, greetings to you, sir. I am Shivansh from Chandigarh, from class 9. And sir, the question which I was like, yes, sir. So the question which I was like going to ask you is that what aspects of life do you think we can change from now so that like both physically and mentally, so that we can like train ourselves from now to become an army officer later, since like you said that this is the age where we have to mold ourselves into becoming something. So yeah, I was like asking you that if you can like guide me.
Yeah, if you want to become an army officer, just have that in your mind. Yes, I want to become an army officer, and work towards it. It is not a very easy process, to get selected in National Defense Academy and SSB. So, but anybody who is determined and hardworking and is very clear in his aim of joining the armed forces will be able to do it. What I want you to be sincere in your studies, and whatever studies you are doing, and keep doing it. And you don't have to be, very outstanding in your studies, nor you have to be very, poor in your studies. Anybody getting about 60 to 80% is good enough to qualify for National Defense Academy. But you must have discipline in your life, time management you must have, you must be physically strong, play games, and also, you know, be disciplined student in your school. These few things will take you towards your goal, and I'm sure you will succeed in whatever you wish to achieve.
Additionally, one point is that as a child is the image of God. He does not know what is wrong, and as you grow, you will understand the difference between what is right and what is wrong. The conscience that you build is one what we seek in the armed forces. One who is needed at the time, one who can help others, one who has an upright mind. Besides these, whatever sir told about discipline, about physical fitness, academic capabilities, all these will again be molded throughout your stay and throughout your tenure in the armed forces.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next question will take from Andhra Pradesh. Take Rafia.
Good morning, sir. Am I
Please unmute your mic. Please check for your voice once.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
Sir, good morning, sir. My name is Tabasum. I'm studying 9th standard in AP Model School, Viparlareddy Palam, Rumbicherla Mandalam, Panaru district in Andhra Pradesh, sir. I proud to answer to gallantry award, sir. What wonderful.
There is a network issue.
I repeat once again. What prompted you to risk your life in order to save the people?
Yeah, I'll just answer this. I'll just give you a small story. When I was going for the war, and I just rang up my wife and told her, I think we are going for some preparations. And that time the Kargil war had just started actually. And when she heard this, she was absolutely quiet after that. And I could feel the uneasy calm in her voice. That is the time, I felt, that, yes, I want to go for war. I want to see the war. That is okay. But then I think I have my parental duties also towards my children to be alive for them, to remain alive for them and bring them up as good citizens of India. But then, after some time, as you get, busy with the planning process, all these, things fade away. There was another letter, which one of my signal operator who was with me, he received from his father. There he had, written the letter and told him, during the war, if ever you face the bullets, enemy bullets, face it on your chest and not on your back. And then in the same letter, he wished me as commanding officer well and asked me to bring back his child safely from the war zone. That is the time, I realized, what a great responsibility I have towards these 700 men, whom are under me, whom I'm taking them to war, to bring them safely back to the families. That is a hell of a lot of responsibility. And when I actually went for war and did not come back with all of them, like I told you, I lost 36 people. I feel sad, and I feel that I could not bring back them all back alive. So what inspires you to give your life is the love for your country, the love for the citizens who are behind you, the love for all these people, the flag, your comrades, everybody that you have left behind. It is that which inspires you to even risk your life to protect your country. Would you like to add?
For me, it was a different story. Uh, Pilots generally have that aptitude that they should bring the aircraft safe and sound. And besides that, I had two ground crew whose families depended upon them. This again made me bit cautious and wanted me to perform well and bring the aircraft safely on ground, despite the fact that this has never been attempted earlier.
Next question will take from Himachal Pradesh,
Thank,
Srishti Chauhan.
thank you, sir, for giving me the wonderful opportunity, and I thank you so much to CMAT and Defense Minister of Ministry, Andhra Pradesh. Thank you, sir. అందరికీ ధన్యవాదములు, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next question will take from Himachal Pradesh, Srishti Chauhan. Next will take from Assam, Subrajyoti.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good morning, sir. My name is Subrajyoti Jadra, reading class 10 from Cotton Collegiate Government High Secondary School, Kamrup Metro, Guwahati, Assam. Sir, my question is that how does the training provided to army officers equip them to handle unforeseen challenges on the battlefield? And what career advancement opportunities exist for officers in the Indian Army?
See, as an officer in the Indian Army is a good career opportunity for you. You can minimum, lieutenant colonel's rank is assured for everybody, automatic promotions as per the year of service that you have. And thereafter, you have a, selection system which is very steep. And very few people, become full colonels, maybe about 40%, am I right?
Yes, sir.
40% of the people probably will reach the full colonel's rank. And out of that, brigadiers and above would be just 10% who will be able to reach brigadiers, major generals, lieutenant generals. So it is a steep pyramid, The base is, intake is more, but as you go up, the rank structure and the vacancies become very less. So it is a very tough competition, and you really, got to be lucky because everybody, is good professionally. There is no doubt. But it is just luck that some people make it to the top and some people have to, remain at the lower ranks. So that is what, is all about the Indian Army. And plus, you want to even pursue your studies, you can do that. Like when I joined NDA, it was after 11th standard. Now it is 12th. That time it was 11th. And there, when I joined NDA, we did our BA/BSc graduation there itself. And Army made us do this. Then when I did my staff college in exams, in Madras University gave us a degree of military of science, MSc. Thereafter, you can even take study leave. Like I took study leave for 2 years and did my PhD. So there are a lot of opportunities for you to do, even in the armed forces, if you want to pursue the armed forces career, or you also want to pursue your civil education, you can do that simultaneously. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Anybody in the audience who has whose name has not been read out, and anybody who wants to speak something, just raise your hand. Is anyone from Odisha here? Okay. So I take it that there is nobody else who wants to ask a question. I'll wait for 30 seconds if anybody wants to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask the question.
Yeah, Srishti.
Am I audible? Good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Srishti Chauhan, studying in class 12th from Government Model Senior Secondary School, Portmore, Shimla. Sir, before I ask my question, I want to say that although the Gallantry Award is an award to honor an individual, but we too as nation take pride in it. And I would also like to thank everyone who gave me this auspicious opportunity to be able to question the honorable dignitaries for today. Sir, I have two questions. My first question is, how did you feel when your name was picked up for this Gallantry Award? And what acted as a catalyst for your journey till now?
I'll just tell you, it was 14th August evening when my boss, brigade commander, he rang me up in the evening, and it is that time he told me, Umesh, do you know that you have been awarded V Chakra? Heartiest congratulations. I was actually surprised, I was never expecting anything because in these awards and all, when it is recommended by your seniors, it is all kept very confidential. Nobody knows about it. And it was a great surprise for me that, I have been awarded a Veer Chakra for the operations in Kargil. And actually, as a commanding officer, it is very rare that, people get Veer Chakras, generally it is given to young sipais or havaldars or young officers, for the act of gallantry. But for a commanding officer, getting a Veer Chakra is a quite, a big thing. There were actually only 4 commanding officers who were given Veer Chakra during the Kargil war. So it was a great news for me and a great surprise. And secondly, you talking about this journey, how this journey, helped me in my profession, getting this gallantry award. Well, getting this gallantry award professionally, it did not help me much at all. But it was only that respect that you get from your seniors is what is more important for this gallantry award.
When I received the news, I was actually called to my Air Officer Commanding's office along with my co-pilot. We were dumbstruck when he told that congratulations, you have been awarded Shaurya Chakra, and when Sconled Nikita was told that she had received VM Gallantry. The days after that, we were happy that we had received such an honor from the government, and the same was seen on the face of our seniors and juniors. They had a different level of respect for us, and it is to do with the act we did. The of our unit also was upheld, and it brought up a lot of laurels for the unit as well.
Sir, my second question is that now that you hold this award, you are an idol to the generation. So, what are the words of wisdom that you would like to pass down to the future generation?
The words of wisdom from my side, I think I've given a couple of things before that you should be mentally awake, physically strong, and morally straight. And always choose the harder right than the easier wrong. Time management and discipline in your life will take you to places and achieve your goals.
As said earlier, having the right conscience, choosing the harder right instead of the easier wrong, will bring you out to be successful. It doesn't matter that you are working hard and you do not get any awards or medals. It is the self satisfaction that you feel when you go at the end of the day to sleep that you have achieved something in your life. It will bring you hopes and glory for yourself. This is the most biggest achievement that any person can receive.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else?
May I ask a question? Sir, may I ask a question?
Okay, okay, go ahead.
So, sir, my question is actually a bit personal. So, I like to ask that there are many women there where you have to bear baby and your parents. So, I wanted to ask you what was that moment? What did you felt at that moment? What was the adrenaline rush at that moment?
What moment that adrenaline rush in you?
What moment
We
you
all
felt?
have that moments in our life when
Okay, I will. You want to know what was the moment? When there was adrenal rush in my body.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Especially
yeah,
During war.
during war, the most important thing was when I was. We have captured the objective, and we were putting our national flag on top of the hill. That was the most important, thing in my life, and the happiest moment I think that I've achieved whatever I wanted in life. I never expected any more promotions after that, but that was my highest promotion. I've achieved and put my Tiranga Jhanda on top of that feature, which was once with Pakistani soldiers.
so what about you?
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks to all of you, all the lovely students who are sitting here across the nation, all the state nodal officers who have been helpful in conducting and organizing this, all the district nodal officers, all the principals of the schools, and all the students finally who have made it and asked questions to us and been part of this small little journey of about an hour that we had. On behalf of you all, I would like to thank Brigadier Bawa sir and Lieutenant Rishikesh to have joined us and given you the words of wisdom. I would like to repeat one line that Brigadier Bawa sir has said: "War should be the last resort." Right? And as far as your actions are concerned, again, I would like to say, act well thy part, there all the honor lies, right? So do your best in the upcoming VeerGatha project 4.0. We had a participation of, let me remind you also, we had a participation of about 8 lakh students in VeerGatha 1 in 2021, right? We had a participation of about 18 lakhs in VeerGatha 2, that is in 2022, and we had a participation of about 1.37 crores last year in 2023. So it is all because of you, all because of the schools, all because of the principals, all because of the district nodal officers, all because of the state nodal officers, right? So this time, how much does one wish to? Maybe cross 2 crores, right? So do this well, give your full energy, and like you saw the video clip, your name can be there in the Super 100, right? All the best, and thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Jai Hind.